All right, good afternoon to you. Happy Friday, and welcome to another edition of Catching Up with Tommy Mac here via 1010XL's podcast platform, brought to you by my friends at Team Tommy Mac. You see Carpet Man flooring, my man, the Carpet Man, carpetman.biz. Get the highest quality flooring at the lowest prices. Two great locations, Orange Park and on St. John's Bluff Road, catty corner to Craig Airfield. Team Tommy Mac, catch them all at TommyMac.net. Lots to get into today on a Friday, baby. I love Fridays, don't you? I know you do. Closer to the weekend. Some people take Friday off, half day off, what have you. I'm down with whatever. Of course, my Fridays are a busy day of the week, but I'm talking ball and talking to all of you, so I am not complaining whatsoever. Absolutely love it all, and we've got a lot to get into. Of course, our Jags traveling out west take on the 3-0 San Francisco 49ers. The injuries they have, including to their quarterback, they end up 3-0, man. Losing, let's see, they are winning, beating Seattle. Really, Seattle's ended up being a pretty good team. That's going to be tough out for our Jags, but we'll worry about that later. Beat Seattle 17-13. Beat New Orleans 26-21 with Mac Jones. And then beat Arizona 16-15. Real tight game. Zona's close, man. That was a good game last night. And how about this story with Marvin Harrison Jr.? Very similar to Brian Thomas Jr., but he comes through with a big catch. You don't give up. You keep going. You know, it's all good. It's all good. We're going to see more completions this week. You know, my X factor and one of my keys to winning this game is Trevor Lawrence. Look, I think that last drive, I hope, let me put it to this way. I hope that last drive, offensive drive, against Houston last week brings it all together. Like, this is what we need, guys. This is what we need. We need the running game. We need the QB to take off and make things happen when it's called upon. And we need our receivers to run the right routes, hit it at the right timing, throw it at the right timing, in the right spot. It's a perfect pass, right to Brian Thomas Jr., play action. They all bit up because of the run. It all worked. Boom, 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 bang, right? Just phenomenal, phenomenal. And hopefully they can carry that into, and listen, Trevor's, look, the drops are there. There's no doubt. And look, if you, I don't think you'd say all the drops, but you could take some of those drops, just add them back in. His completion percentage is a little bit better. But the reality is this. Right now, Trevor's at a 55.8% completion percentage, which, you know, again, you could say drops, but I got other quarterbacks to look at. You know, they've got drops too. Maybe not as much as us because we're leading the league again. But you know what's weird about it? We led the league when Urban was here. We led the league in the second year with Doug. And we're off to, this year, drop passes. All different receivers, but the same QB. I don't know. There might be something to it. Nonetheless, if it hits you in the hands like this, on record, you got to catch it. This, maybe. One-handed, back shoulder, it's in the wrong spot. No. Here, right in here, no, you got to catch that rock, and I think they'll do a better job with that. Trevor at 5.9 yards per attempt. Look, he's missed on some deep ones, so that number will go up when he starts hitting them. He's got to start hitting them. His rating 70.3, kind of near the bottom. QBR, he's 23rd. Take off and run. Listen, what did you see last night with Sam Darnold? Right? Throw, run. Take off. He got 25 yards, I think, on that one run where he took off. Helped them win, man. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Trevor's got that in him, and he can do it. We got to just see more out of him and our receivers doing their job. No question about it. They got no Kittle. Purdy will play, and now no Nick Bosa. Listen, I mean, they're going to be tough. They're 3-0 for a reason. And their organization is so sound when it comes to what they want out of their team, what kind of player they want on the roster. It's just tough individual, physical, like we're building here. Loving football, being physical. It's the same thing. I mean, I don't know why any organization wouldn't just, that would be the preach. Like, that's what you're preaching from the beginning. Why wouldn't you? Yeah, we're going to be tough, and we're going to be physical. And we're gonna be sharp. We're not gonna have mistakes. We're not gonna make these mental errors. Got to clean all that stuff up. When you compare Trevor to other quarterbacks, this show's just not about Trevor. And for the record, I believe in Trevor. He's just got to show it. I know a lot of you out there, he can do no wrong, but you're wrong because he does do wrong. Even some of his completions got to be put in the better spot. where his receiver can make a play. They still got to catch it. Like I said, hits him in the hands. Got to catch that damn thing. Got to grab it. Reach out and grab it. Reach out and touch someone. That's someone being the football. But they definitely have to do a better job. And he's got to do a better job putting it in the right spot. And when that comes together, I think it's going to be explosive. And we're not going to be talking about anything else than it being explosive. You look at these other quarterbacks that have had drops, bad years. You look at Kyler Murray, 66.9% completion with the drops, 13 sacks. Now, Trevor's only been sacked 3 times. It's phenomenal. It really is. I mean, our O-line, man, I'm so happy they're good. And they got to keep getting better. But they should do well this week. Bryce Huff replaces Nick Bosa. He's got 2 sacks. He can rush a passer if you let him. I mean, he's no slouch. You know what I mean? The rest of the D-line, look, they got Alfred Collins, a kid from Texas, playing more and more. Big kid up front. But they don't have any superstar names. We should be able to handle that defensive line, in my opinion. But even Tua been sacked 8 times. He's up near 69, almost 70% completion. I don't know if they're dink and dunking, but we dink and dunk a lot too. So anyway, that's got to get better, and I think it will. I think it's time for our QB to say, fuck it, I'm taking this offense, I'm putting it on my back, and we're going to go win this game. I don't care who they got out there. It's still San Fran. They're still 3-0. It's still their home stadium. It's going to be rocking. Are you kidding me? 12-12. Some people make a wish, I say a prayer. So I thank the good Lord for everything good in my life. No doubt about that. Niners defense is pretty good overall. They give up 3 points. I should say they're good. They're better than pretty good. I'm not going to say they're great, but they're better than pretty good. They're a good defensive football team. Only giving up 16 points a game, 3.7 yards per carry, 5.6 yards per pass. Granted, they're completing a lot of 68.5%. And then on third down, they're getting off the field 2/3 of the time. So they're doing a great job in that regard. They've got 11 QB hits, 2 forced fumbles, and Bosa had 5 forced fumbles. I'm sorry. Bosa had 2 of them and 3 of those QB hits. But nonetheless, their defense only giving up 162 yards per game against the pass. And like I said, 5.6 yards per throw. So look, it's going to be a challenging thing. I think I have a way to beat them, or at least this is the way I would attack it. And I also got some ideas that I would do with our Travis Hunter. At least take a look at that. Niners D, let's see. I tell you what, here, compare the defenses right here. Okay, Jags versus the Niners. And by the way, when we did tail the tape, the DBs were close. They were. They're a close group. But I went with our guys because we got 7 picks and 9 turnovers total. That's huge. They don't have any picks, but they only allow 162 yards a game. We allow 210, 209.3. So a difference of what, 40 yards maybe, something like that. 47 yards, 50 yards a game. Yeah, about 50 yards a game. But on the running side, we only allow 82.7 yards a game. 4th in the NFL. Great job, boys. And then they give up 103.7 yards per game. Although their yards per carry is better than ours at 3.7, we give up 4.1 yards per carry. Get out of here, Fly. How'd you get in here? Seriously, where'd you come from? Unbelievable. We're getting ready to leave this whole facility, 1010XL is. This is part of the old CW thing. Let me show you. I mean, I'm basically in a television studio. Nobody's here, of course. I got your green screen, right? Yeah, pretty cool, huh? I kind of like doing the show from here. It's kind of nice. Can you guys hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up if you, or throw a star or whatever you do to say you like my show. I really appreciate each and every one of you. But we are leaving. We're taking off to a new facility, I think in a couple weeks. All the admin's over there now, but the hosts and all the computer, all that. Thank you. Appreciate the thumbs up. They're over there, but we'll get over there next, 2 weeks. So we'll keep it rocking, man. No doubt about that. Let's see. The Niners, they have 0 picks. They have 3 fumbles, 4 giveaways. We have 4 giveaways, 2 all interceptions from Trev. So, yeah, it's good. Oh, they average 2 point. Oh, that's the Browns. How about the Browns defense? 2.3 yards per carry. stopping the run at 57.3 yards per game. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate you. That's a run defense. I like to see us do even a little bit better. I think that 4.1 bothers me. I want it down to the 3.7 range because that means you're forcing a third down. You know what I mean? You get too many yards and 4-yard run, 4-yard run. Now it's 3rd and 2. You know what I mean? I know it doesn't sound like much, but over time it will. 3.5, now you need an extra. So now you 3.5, 3.5, 3.5. You get your 10.5, but you're going to think that one of those three you're going to stuff. You know what I mean? So they just got to be a little bit better in that run defense. But I've got our guys. I had them all. I got our DBs. I got our linebackers. I compared Warner and Oluokun. I did some research. It's pretty cool. Oluokun's, hey, man, he's a damn good player. He's a damn good player. But I went back and I just looked at how they compare to one another. Because Fred Warner is considered one of the best in the game, and he is. He's absolutely phenomenal. But Oluokun, stat-wise, isn't far from him. Pretty darn close, to be honest with you. I would still give the edge to Fred Warner. I think he's better in the pass coverage department, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. But it was a good one-on-one. I threw Lloyd in there. Lloyd, not as many seasons, only about half. Both those guys came into the league at the same time. Oluokun and Fred Warner back, I think, in 18. So this is their 8th year. They're 3 games into their 8th year. Here are their stats. Total tackles. Fred Warner has 927 total tackles. Foye Oluokun has 949 total tackles. 10 sacks for Warner, 11.5 for Foye. 10 interceptions for Warner, 8 for Foye. 16 forced fumbles for Warner, 11 for Foye. Pass breakups, this is where it differs. Foye has 31, Fred has 56. It's a real good cover linebacker. That guy can scoot, there's no doubt about it. In the stuff department, they're pretty close, 54.5 to Warner, 52.5 for Oluokun. So very interesting. Lloyd in just 3 years and 3 games, now vested, congratulations. 370 total tackles, 2 sacks, 5 picks, 1 forced fumble, 20 pass breakups for Devin Lloyd, and 17 stuffs. Good player, man. Good player. I gave the nod to our linebackers. I think they're a better group of linebackers overall. Wiggins, I think, or Deep, whatever it is. I don't even know his name. I wrote it down somewhere. The other linebacker for the 49ers. He's out there, but Warner's the guy. No question about that. How about Robert Saleh, the new defensive coordinator of the 49ers, being quoted as saying, and I'm going to paraphrase, that the Jags and offense are very good at legally, which I don't know what that means, stealing signs. And he referenced Minnesota, which must mean Grant Udinski. He mentioned the Rams. Some are saying it's McVay's system. He's got a way to figure out when you call something, what it is. I don't know. I mean, I remember back in the day, I was saying this on Jaguars Today with Mike Dempsey, Fat Tony, and Dylan Denmark. Back in the day, we would hear that the other side would have lip readers. They'd be trying to read your lips and figuring out what you're calling. And if it looked similar 2-3 times in a row, and then they looked at what was happening, they tried to piece that together. That's when everybody started doing the whole, right? That kind of thing. But it could be personnel grouping. It could be how they line up. It could be the cadence. All that's legal stuff. So I don't know what he's talking about. Excuse me. But I think it's bullshit that he would even mention that. Okay, so if it's legal and it's not a big deal, why are you bringing it up? That makes no sense to me. But whatever, you still got to go out there and play the game. You still do. Signs everywhere, signs blocking up the scenery. Changing my mind. Do this, don't do that. Hey, Robert, can you read the signs? I don't know. He says that Liam and company can. I think Liam's got more important things to do. I just, that's that whole, I don't know. How do you fans feel? Do you want to hear from the coordinators? We play their sound all the time on 1010. I want to hear from the head coach. I don't really care what the OC or the DC has to say. I just don't. Just call a good game, and I'll be able to figure out what kind of coordinator you are by watching how you call a game. I really don't need to hear. I know it's the NFL. They mandate it. But why? And why don't we hear from the special teams guy? Why don't we hear from every freaking coach, and he can give us coach speak for 3 hours? You know what I mean? Liam was quoted he had to respond today, and he's like, I'm on, whatever. I know what I'm going to say in front of the team if I'm Liam. They think we're cheaters. They think we cheat. All I know is this, guys. This is what I know. Last time we played San Fran, it wasn't pretty. It was actually really embarrassing. I don't know if you've ever been beat up before, but that's a really tough thing to overcome. It is. I've been beat up before. Brothers, but still, you catch a drift. It's not fun when you know you lose. I feel bad for these fighters. I was watching a pre-fight or something. Was it last weekend? There's two guys going at it. It's part of the sport. But this one guy, his face was just all messed up. And you could tell he was broken. The fight was over. He was totally dominated. He couldn't stop. He was cut everywhere. Cut, nose, mouth, everywhere. I don't know how the guys come back from that. I really don't. I know it's a sport. You just get over it. It's like missing a play in football. But, man, to get beat up like that, it's got to just be awful for the psyche. You feel awful. You got to. Well, last time the San Fran played us, that's what they did to us. They battered and bruised us all over the field. It was so embarrassing. It was alumni weekend, too. I remember it like it was yesterday. It wasn't that long ago. So what do we got to do? Well, this is a new era, man. This is a season of firsts, isn't it? First to everything. First win against the Texans at home in 7 years. Pretty good. First time, we got first-year head coach, first-year coordinators, first-year GM, first-year executive VP, and my man Tony Baselli. All years of firsts. Looks like I'm in a space shuttle. Yeah, I'm in a TV studio, buddy. I'm in a TV studio. But a season's a first. So this is a new era. This is, Liam Cohen saying, hey, man, we're going to be physical. We're going to be tough. We're going to punch you in the mouth. He's from Massachusetts. All those guys like fighting up there, man. They're like born to fight. They come out of the womb swinging. Even the little guys like fighting, or at least they try to. But that's the mentality. And that's the mentality of this football team. And it's got to show. And I tell you what, I've said it already. I'll say it again. I'll always say it. If you can out-physical your opponent, especially on the road, you'll always have a chance to win. And to me, that's just attitude. That's just, saying your will. Just be like, all right, we're going at it. And I ain't going down, and I'm going to keep swinging, and whatever. I'm going to get you. You might beat me here and there, but at the end of the day, I'm going to look across from you and say, I won that battle. And that's what it's going to take to beat San Fran. They're a good team. They're beatable, no doubt. They haven't crushed these teams. They barely beat Seattle, barely beat a bad New Orleans team, and barely beat a Zona team that is still trying to figure it out. Still early for them. They'll be better. That's going to be a tough out for us, too. We still got some tough outs, and this is one of them. No doubt about that. We'll look at, of course, the team stats. Very interesting. I went over a little bit of them, but that'll be fun. I've got an idea for Travis Hunter I want to throw at you. Tell me what you think. Travis Hunter, in 3 weeks... by the way, national people might not see this, but they're such idiots. They don't even do their homework. They don't even watch. They don't even pay attention. So what have I seen out of Travis Hunter in 3 weeks, in 3 games? Of course, I've seen him in camp and all that. I've noted 2 things. One, he could be a shutdown corner. I think he's got that kind of potential. I believe he's a shutdown corner. I think he's shown that he can line up on the line of scrimmage and go toe-to-toe with some of these bigger and bigger wide receivers. He's shown it. T. Higgins, it doesn't matter. I'll tell you one thing I would think about this week. Now, I'm not totally scared about the weapons that San Fran has. Kittle's gone. Ayuk's he's not coming back. Jennings may not even play. They need him. Of course, they got McCaffrey. He's always a stud. But their big guy right now is Ricky Pearsall, who's having a hell of a year. On fire last year towards the end and on fire this year. Averaging 18 yards a catch. So they're going downfield. So what if you say to Travis Hunter, Travis, here's your job this week. You take Ricky Pearsall. You follow him around. We might make changes throughout the game, but let's start off by that. I think he could shut that down. I do. I think that Travis Hunter, this is what I know. He can play shutdown corner, which basically, look, shutdown, maybe that's not the right word. But press, man-to-man, in your face. He's shown me that toughness, and I think he's only going to get better. He's only going to get stronger. He's only going to get more confident. You know, everyone thought he was, read and react, off the ball. It's really hard to do that in the NFL. It's not Colorado. You know, you're not way more athletic than the guy across from you. He's almost as athletic as you, if not the same, or even maybe a little bit more. But when you get him up on the line of scrimmage, he's shown he can dictate. He can smash him. He's good. He got beat a couple times last week. Every DB gets beat. He's got to make that tackle on Kirk. Those slants, they beat him twice on the slant. He'll get better at that. But I think he can play that position. So that's number one. Number two. What did they do last week with him? One play. It happened in the third quarter. Can you believe they waited to the third quarter? Whatever. Third quarter. It's a little dry in here. I apologize. What'd they do? They got him one-on-one with a DB. And they called an option route. And an option route is just like it says. You have the option to go inside or to go outside. It's not a long one. It's not, hey, I'm going to go deep. It's an option route to go in or out. And he set that guy up. Go watch it again. That guy, I guarantee you, that play was rewound in the defensive meeting rooms of the Texans, the Houston Texans, multiple times, and a lot of the players laughed at whoever that DB was. Guaranteed. He was like a yo. He didn't know where he was going. He like got hit by Tyson. He's spinning. He didn't know what hit him. Let me see more of that. I don't care. Look, send him deep when you can. Okay, you missed early. That's okay. Go back. Other side of the formation across. Fine. But get him one-on-one. 3rd and 4, you need a first down. I know who I'm going to. That's not to say I'm not going to go to Brian Thomas Jr. on a quick slant or a quick dig if he can get up there, up the field quick enough. The concern I have for this week against San Fran is it sounds like, and we don't know, but they're going to play coverage. And one thing about Trevor that he's known for is those first read throws. And he hasn't been accurate with them. Not accurate enough. But they know he likes to throw that first read. Sometimes, listen, he doesn't look anywhere else. He doesn't. And I don't think that's by design all the time. Sometimes it is. That quick slant, you're going to the quick. I get that. But there are other times where you're like, man, he's just locked in that receiver. He's throwing it no matter what. Coverage, no coverage, in the right spot. It doesn't matter. He's throwing it. We got to fix that too, because that's what Saleh's going to do. And if he gets them confused and then brings pressure, it's going to be hard without Bosa, let's be honest. But brings pressure. And if our tackles don't, if they struggle, whatever, you're going to make these guys. You had Michael Williams, a kid from Georgia who's a total stud athletically. Hadn't done much yet, but he's coming on. You got Bryce Huff. He can rush the passers. Our tackles, man, they've been playing good. I don't say great. Anton's probably been playing better than good. Where Walker's, he's been good. He's been good. He's gotten beat a little bit too much for my taste. But overall, I can't. 3 sacks and 10 QB hits. 3 sacks and 10 QB hits our O-line has given up. That's pretty damn good. All right, so let me throw this at you. Another key to winning this game, in my opinion. Listen to this. Hits on QB. You ready? We got Jags offense and defense. So put them both down. They're complete opposite of one another, the Jags and the Niners. Check this out. Hits on quarterback, which, by the way, for me, is better than pressures. Pressure only does certain things at certain times. Sometimes it does matter. Sometimes it doesn't matter at all. Sometimes you help the QB out with pressure. You get him out of dodge, and he makes a play on you. But hits mean you're hitting the QB. Not sacks always, but hits. Let me throw this at you. Jags O-line, I already mentioned, they give up 10 hits so far in 3 games. 3 hits a game. I'd like to see a little bit less, but I'll take it. Way better than it's been. Our defense has hit the QB 20 times. 20 times. That's 6 a game. It's pretty good. I like that. Okay, the Niners, their defense hits the QB 11 times. 11. They hit the QB 11 times out of 3 games. That's 3 a game. Their offensive line has given up 22 hits on the QB. Are you kidding me? So what is that? I do this math a lot. I wish I should know what it is. You like take the median. You know what I mean? So like when I'm doing my picks with Mike Dempsey, Fat Tony, and Dylan, if I don't have just sure things, but I think they're sure, I'll go to the standings, points for, points against, match the 2 teams up. It's not my only, algorithm, if you will, how I use it. But I'll take the median between the two and be like, okay, they're gonna probably score more just based on what they've done. And 3 games is a small, a small piece of what you see out of 17. But it's something. It's better than just 1. So looking at that, I was kind of, see if I can, come up with the score, right? So if I look, let me give the Jags as an example. 23 points a game on offense. They give up 16. So based on that, that's 7 points. Meet it in the middle. So say that brings us to 20. Does that make sense? Offense comes down a little bit, defense comes up. So we're at 20. Their offense is at 19.7 a game. Our defense is at 17. That's 2.7. Take away a point, so they're at 18. So I would say the Jags are going to win 21-18 or 24-21, I have it, by 3, which covers the spread. So I do that a lot. So if you look at the hits on QB, go look at that. Are you kidding me? They give up 22 hits already. We have 20. I think it's going to be close to that. By the way, Eric Armstead, who we'll have on at 3 o'clock today, man, this is your game, man. This is where you really stand out. Go show the world why we brought you to Jacksonville. That's what I want to see. He should be ready to kill somebody out there. I know he's a soft-spoken guy, but he don't play soft. That guy gets after it. And we need him big time. We need him. He's going to be a key to winning this game. Their offensive tackles, Trent Williams is the best. I'd take him over any one of our guys. He is the best, and he's got a mean attitude. He doesn't like people on Sunday. He probably doesn't like a lot of people Monday through Saturday either. But whatever, it is what it is. I know on Sundays he plays his ass off, and he's going to get after it. So that's going to be an interesting battle, whoever's at Josh or Trayvon, whoever's over there. McClivitz, I think is his name, if I got that right. He's their right tackle. He's nowhere near Trent Williams, but they like him. They've extended him twice, gave him a 1-year extension, then I think recently a 2-year, so they like him as their right tackle. Of course, they let McGlinchey go a couple years ago. Got that confused earlier in the week on helmets and heels. But anyway, he's a pretty solid tackle, right tackle. But we should be able to take advantage of that, whether it's Trayvon or Josh. Jake Brendell's a good center, solid, tough. But our interior's got to show up. Mason Smith, Eric Armstead, this is your time to show because I'm telling you right now, I got you winning because number 1, our defense. Number 2, our O-line. Number 3 is everybody else. But our defense and our O-line are playing really good football. Can play better on defense, but overall very good. And we'll go through it as our team stats. Brought to you by, of course, Team Tommy Mac. Please check them out, TommyMac.net. They're fantastic. Always there when you need them. I got to give some love. I already gave love to Carpet Man Flooring. Make sure you check them out, carpetman.biz. These are my guys, J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling. They'll take care of your construction debris. They'll come into your, you could be a property owner. You could be a property management company. You got the rollovers, the turnovers. Let them come in. They'll take all the stuff out. They'll get rid of it for you. They'll refurbish as much as they can and give it back to veteran families in need. I love representing J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling. Go to jdog.com. Azar Sausage, the best sausage anywhere. Put some pork on your fork, man. Don't you know? That's right. Put some pork on your fork. Azar Sausage. They are homegrown, down home, 4th generation, now in your native sons here in Jacksonville. Check them out at Winn-Dixie. Of course, CodeNinjas.com. Get your kid a leg up in technology. They got 5 great locations. They got AI studios, AI academies. They're rocking, man. Give your kid a chance in the world of technology. And, of course, the Baracus Group, bgsjax.com. Get your family protected, your home, your business, and everybody else, man. They are absolutely fantastic. On-demand security from the Baracus Group. Rick O'Connor's Allstate Insurance, Family Tradition Specialty Foods, and Coconut Joe's. They got an event this Sunday. Check them out on Facebook on the 28th. Freedom Finance. Go to freedomfinance.llc. Salt Air Inn and Suites, the best boutique hotel out on the beach. Newmark Phoenix Realty Group, the best commercial real estate firm in all of the land. Morgan & Morgan, the #1 personal injury law firm in the land. They're absolutely fantastic. And Chris Lucero's Bail Bonds, I got to give you the number, 904-822-2245, 822-2245. Don't get thrown in the clink, but if you do, he and his team will get you out in a blink. So I think I got them all. Check them all out at TommyMac.net. If you want to be a part of Tommy Mac, Team Tommy Mac, there's room, baby. There's always room. I love good businesses that do it the right way. All right, team stats. Let's see. Penalties. We have 26. They have 19. Interesting. I went through the scores, right? We're at 23. They're at 20. No, we're at 23. Their defense gives up 16. They score 20, and we give up 17. That's going to be a tight game. It should be a tight game. Yards per carry, we're at 5.1 per carry. ETN at 5.9. Tootin at 4.4. Absolutely kicking ass. They're not as strong. Brian Robinson Jr. is at 4.4 on not as many carries. McCaffrey has not yet to really break it in the run game quite yet. Very, very powerful and explosive in the pass game. You saw that last week. Helped them win to seal that victory. But we've got to do a good job. We give up 4.1 yards per carry, so that's going to be, we got to shut that down. We can't let them get going on the run game. We can't. McCaffrey will kill you. He'll kill you in more ways than one, and we all know it, especially on the road, that crowd. Everything's going to be all crazy. Momentum, you got to break it up by smashing them right in the face. Throw an F-bomb in there if you choose. I would. If I wouldn't get in trouble. All right, their defense only gives up 3.7 yards per carry. It's pretty darn good. So we got our hands full there, but we got to get the run game going. I've already given you yards per attempt for Trevor at 5.9. Our defense pretty good at 5.7, only allowing 60% completion. Their defense at 5.6, allowing 69%. They get to, listen, Mac Jones, Brock Purdy throws it down the field pretty good at 74%. Completion. That's one game, but he's good. He's good. Got to get to him, though. Third down, our offense 37.5. Their defense at 33. That's going to be tough, so we're going to have to take advantage. Hopefully get a little bit better than 1 out of 3 conversion rate out of our offense, but that's what it looks like it is going in. And then our defense to their offense, about the same. They're at 43.5 conversion rate. We're at just under 41. We got to get better at that. You got to be in your 30s. You got to be in the 30 percentile on third down on defense. On offense, you got to be in the 40s, even closer to 50. 50 is a lot to ask, but 40 all day long. All day long. 40 is the minimum. And then 40 is the maximum on defense, in my opinion. It's very simple. You either stop them and give the ball back to your offense, and your offense doesn't get stopped and continues drives, or the opposite, which you know what happens when that happens. Fourth down, we're at 2 and 4 on both sides. They're at 3 and 4 both sides. Interceptions, we've thrown 4. They've thrown 3. We've picked off 7. They've picked off 0. None at all. How about that? But again, they're not giving up many yards, so they're doing pretty good in the passing game. I mentioned they have 11 quarterback hits. We have 20. We've given up 10. They've given up 22. I think that's it right there, man. That's it. You got to stop the run and then hit the QB. It's not a lot to ask. It's not a lot to ask. And listen, San Fran's beat up. They are. We should win. I shouldn't say we should win this game, but we can definitely win this game without question. Turnover ratio. Way to go, fellas. Niners are -1. Not that good. Jaguars +5 in the turnover ratio. Fantastic. When you win the turnover battle, be physical, you win the game. Fair? I think it's pretty darn fair. And let's go out there. Not only, we're not going to steal your signs, Robert Saleh. We're going to steal your soul is what we're going to do. We're going to hit you so many times. We're going to get after you so many times that your fellas are just going to start crying. They're going to start whining. They're going to start crying to their mama and begging for her to allow them to come home for supper. But it's not going to happen because we're going to smash them in the face and their jaws are going to hurt and it'll be tough for them to eat. I think that's the way you do it. I do. You got to be physical. Listen, again, last time they beat us up. They beat us up. So redemption. It's payback. It's a rumble. You got to win that fight. You got to win that fight tonight. Do it for Johnny, right? Do it for each other. This will be a big win. You know what? Listen, we all know. We know how crazy it is here in Jacksonville when they win. We're 2-1. You go out there and beat San Fran to 3-1. You come home to Monday Night Football against Kansas City at home against them. They got a tough one. They got Baltimore. They could be 1-3. They may not be the old Kansas City. We're not going to let Chris Jones just kick the shit out of our offensive line, right? We're going to get after it. But we got to take care of San Fran first. It'll still be rocking on Monday night if we don't. But think about winning, being 3-1. 3-1. I think the Rams are going to beat Indy. That'll make them 3-1. And then we got KC at home. Light the fire, baby. I mean, just like the matches. And we're going. We're going to that game. There's no question about it. All right, that's going to do it for me. I got a little break before Helmets and Heels at 2 to 4. I am taking my wife and some friends of ours are joining to Congregee and Penn, a farm-to-table restaurant tonight. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Before I leave, though, I want to wish my father-in-law a very happy birthday. Today's his birthday. I can't say what age, somewhere in the high 70s-ish, 8, 9, 8, 7, somewhere around there. But happy birthday, Dan the man. I hope it's a good one. I know you're probably out to lunch right now with my beautiful bride and your daughter, and hopefully a couple of our girls could have joined as well. But anybody celebrate, have a great celebration. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. I hope you had a great week. I sure have. Horse's Mouth was awesome last night. So great at Lynch's every Thursday at 5. Come on out, even if you just want to watch. It's very active, very lively, so much fun. Dad Bod's playing tomorrow night at the Waste Not Whatnot 35th anniversary gala over in Orange Park. Going to be beautiful, right on the river. It's at a wedding event. It's just going to be awesome. We're going to have a great time for a great cause. My pals Aaron Beasley, Killer Bees, and Double D, Donovan Darius will be my guests, and we do a little Q&A and talk about things. And then the band takes the stage at 9, boom, 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 and we're going to be rocking all weekend long. I hope the same for you. I hope you're all doing great out there, and we'll see you next time right here on Catching Up. Until next time, stay safe, be cool, and stay safe. And we'll see you right here on Catching Up with Tommy Mac. Peace and love, everybody. Have a great day. Signs everywhere, signs. They are. Now go steal his soul. See you. Hey, Tom McManus here with the Catching Up with Tommy Mac podcast on the 1010XL podcast platform. Catch it on the 1010XL app. Catch it on 1010XL.com. You can also catch it on the 1010XL Jaguars channel on YouTube. Hey, man, it's always straight from the heart, straight from the gut, all ball, all Jags, all NFL coming your way each and every week, twice a week on Catching Up with Tommy Mac. We'll see you there.